Every day, the weight of expectation crushes harder. Feeling stuck, like no matter what hustle, grind, or midnight oil is burned, the results are just not enough. The marketing manuals and experts shout louder each year, promising the latest shiny trick, the next killer strategy. But deep down, there's this gnawing doubt: is any of this even real? Am I chasing ghosts? This isn't just about sales, clicks, or followers. It's about the mess inside, the frustration when strategies fail, the loneliness when success feels like a mirage, the draining fight to stay relevant in a world that's wired to reward convenience, not courage. Most of the noise out there, the strategies and frameworks, they're designed to keep everyone average, to keep the masses busy with templates, scripts, and quick wins. But real breakthrough, real change, it comes from the edge, the place where rules get broken, where comfort is left at the door. Yet here you are, maybe bruised from trying those same tired tactics again and again, doubting if you've missed something powerful that still works. Because what's been sold as marketing success is mostly a rerun of yesterday's programs, mass market illusions wrapped in hype. That same old playbook that the system loves because it keeps you predictable, controllable, and fit for their mold. Let's be brutally honest. This isn't about just making a campaign work better. This is about awakening the fire you barely remember you had. The fire to be more than a script follower, to lead not just a brand, but a movement. Because the world doesn't just need another product shoved into their feed. It needs revolution. It needs authentic rage against the norm. It needs those who dare to throw out the rule book and build their own. Here's the truth that breaks through the noise. The one marketing strategy that still works isn't flashy or complicated. It's not about ads, algorithms, or trick questions. It's about connection on the deepest, rawest level. The kind of connection that shakes someone to the core, not with a catchy slogan, but with a message so real it resonates like electricity in the veins. And you don't find it by tweaking tactics. You find it by daring to be fierce, unfiltered, unapologetically you. Imagine this. Instead of plastering your message everywhere, pouring dollars into faceless campaigns that bounce off the walls, your marketing becomes an act of liberation. It becomes the declaration that you see your people, not as targets, but as revolutionaries themselves. Those who feel just as trapped in the system, the ones craving real meaning, real impact, real change. Because until you market to that soul that's desperate to break free, no strategy will make your brand anything but noise. So what is this strategy? This secret weapon? It's brutal honesty, radical authenticity, a relentless commitment to burn away everything that isn't true to your vision. Forget messaging about what works on paper. Focus on what claws at your spirit. Speak to the fire inside your audience that's been dimmed by the daily grind. The tired, the disillusioned, the hungry for something more. When your marketing sends the message that you get their pain, their frustration, their refusal to settle, you don't just win a customer, you create a community of warriors. That's the only kind of marketing compelling enough today. And this is not kindness as usual, not soft-hearted corporate buzzwords that comfort to sell. This is the kind of raw, sharp honesty that cuts through the bullshit. A message that dares your audience to say, yeah, I'm tired of this. Yeah, I'm done playing by the rules that never made room for me. Show me something real. That creates a space where the misfits, the visionaries, the border breakers gather, not because they were sold on convenience, but because they saw their reflection in your message. Now, how exactly does this look in practice? First, forget everything about broadcasting. You're not here to scream at faceless crowds. Start by defining a brutal, narrow audience. Those few who burn with the same fire that keeps you awake at night. The ones who don't want to fit in, who don't want safety, they want transformation. Then, every word you craft, every piece of content, every campaign is an invitation into that revolt. The kind of invitation that feels like a call to arms for their soul, not a newsletter sign-up. Second, ditch the cookie-cutter content traps. Stop regurgitating best practices that tell you to mask your flaws, to simplify your story until it's bland. Instead, share the scars, the failures, the relentless grind that got you here. Nothing inspires like vulnerability paired with conviction. Your audience is starving for proof of realness. They want to know they can show up fully human, not perfect, and still change the game. Third, build ecosystems instead of funnels. Traditional marketing treats people like numbers to be pushed through fixed steps. Real strategy today is about creating spaces where your audience becomes ecosystem partners, sharing ideas, amplifying each other, testing and evolving together. This isn't marketing for classically selling a product. It's marketing as a radical act of collective evolution. When you build this kind of space, your brand becomes unshakable because it's fueled by aligned, passionate individuals who aren't customers, they're comrades. And don't get caught chasing every new shiny tool or platform. The platform isn't the strategy. The strategy is timeless. It's about freedom. Freedom to question, freedom to unlearn, freedom to rebuild. Your marketing should embody this. It shouldn't impose answers. It should spark questions. It shouldn't polish you into a corporate idol. It should reveal the imperfect, wild essence that makes your work necessary. You know what's terrifying? That so many have confused playing it safe with playing to win. Safety is the enemy here. The system's greatest trap is to lure you into comfort so sharp it dulls your sense of self. Every step you take trying to conform is a step away from the fire that fuels monumental change. This is why the one marketing strategy that still works will never be popular in boardrooms or marketing departments. It's raw, it's risky, it's inconvenient. But it's the only way to ignite the kind of loyalty that survives storms, crashes, and changes in algorithms. It's the only way to build a legacy. Look around. Every day the world grows more fragmented. Every day people feel more isolated, misaligned. The system is collapsing under its own weight because it simply cannot contain the electric pulses of those willing to break free. Your marketing can be the match that lights those pulses into a blaze, connecting minds that refuse to settle, creating power from difference and defiance. Because the future isn't built by fitting in, it's built by those daring enough to step apart. So this is the challenge and promise all at once. Stop chasing approval. Stop buying into the illusion that marketing success is about fancy funnels or bigger budgets. Instead, use your voice to unmask the system itself. Speak to the raw truth your audience hides even from themselves, the fear they'll never unchain their brilliance, the hunger to break free from the cages we didn't ask to be built for us, the need to connect deeply with others who see the world like they do. The moment your marketing stops being about pleasing the many and instead becomes a beacon for the few, those who burn, those who transform, that is when it stops being marketing. That is when it becomes revolution. And if this revolution is embraced, the impossible becomes inevitable. This isn't about following the crowd. It's about leading the flame. Because no algorithm, no strategy can manufacture what you already carry inside. The power to ignite radical change lies in your willingness to be unapologetically real, fiercely honest, and relentlessly aligned with the ones who refuse to accept the world as it is. Answer this fire with fire. Abandon every fake shortcut. Build your marketing on the foundation of truth, your truth, and watch as others blaze trails with you. This one strategy, it's not just alive. It's the only thing that will ever truly work. Because it doesn't sell, it frees. It doesn't only grow your business, it builds a legacy. And above all, it ignites the revolution you were born to lead.